Yo, YouTube, what's going on? This is your boy Liger,
Hey, Katie.
and we are the Nintendo Duo. And here's the next discussion review, of course, of one of our, basically one of our favorite games of 2014 for the Wii U.
I think it's Game of the Year.
Game of the year, of course, Bayonetta 2. This game
It's
is
awesome.
Katie bought this game and she's so happy with her purchase. First, let's get this out the way. And here's where I learned facts and stuff to put into this game, because everybody's talking about exclusive deals and stuff, and it's the same thing as the Street Fighter thing. And no, it's not. No, it's not. Never was. Never gonna be. No, it's not. Here's the difference. I never played. I looked at Bayonetta 1 back in the day. Thought it was an awesome game. Of course, I didn't have a 360 or PS3. And of course, Katie saw the game and just loved the character.
I mean, I loved it when Bayonetta 1 came out. And
Yeah, that's one.
I wanted to play it, but of course it was, it was for the other consoles and there was nothing for the Wii, and I was just a little bit disappointed. But I still watched it because I thought it was a pretty awesome game.
And that's the thing. If you're on this channel, that's the thing about us. We know the other systems have great games. We just, like I said, we're not justifying buying a whole system for 1 or 2 or 3 games. We want a library of games to play. And we have purchased over 30 games, 30 something games for Nintendo Wii U. It's just disgustingly for just 2 years. Yeah. That's a lot of games that we play. And we play every one of them and have fun with every one of them. But we saw that game. We didn't have a system for it. But we're still happy that people got it and enjoy it. Because one thing about Bayonetta that I like is we love the studio.
Platinum has some great games.
And back in the day it was called Clover Studios. And we just, oh man, if you have, their games are great. It's kind of sad that they do not sell well most of the time. But their games are awesome. Because Okami, oh man.
Okami is a beautiful game.
And we're going to talk about that, and we're going to have a video about Okami as well too. But let's get out of the nitty gritty. It didn't sell well on PS3 and 360. It didn't sell the way that everybody wanted for it. Sega wanted to do it, being published by Sega. And Bayonetta 2 was already ready to go. But here's the thing. Microsoft didn't want it. Sony didn't want it, so Nintendo stepped in and helped funded the development. And here's the thing that people don't know, and that's why I say it's different from the Capcom deal. Nintendo funded Bayonetta to be exclusive, but they didn't bought it. They did not only bought it outright in a way that the game, that kind of setup. They also helped in development. There are plenty of tweets and blogs from Platinum Studios of how certain members from the R&D of Tokyo, EDA, came and helped them refine Bayonetta. Even Hideki also was happy with some of the stuff that some of the game designs from Nintendo itself helped with the Bayonetta, and of course you see it in the costumes. And the love tribute to the game, the gameplay. So, Capcom, Sony's bought it, Capcom, but it did not. They're not helping Capcom in development. That's the difference. So that's the difference in there. But other than that, let's cut to that. Bayonetta 2 came out, and this year at E3, in 2014 E3. Holy crap, when I saw that you could get Bayonetta 1 along with Bayonetta 2, I was like...
At first I thought they were joking.
It was amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Wow. And
it's not like they added on to the price. It's just 2 games for the price of 1 console game. It's like...
And 2 of the most excellent games out there too. I have to say, action games. Oh man, good. So We bought it, of course. Most of our games we buy day one. Not even day one, midnight.
We pre-order the stuff if we're doing physical copies, but it's like mostly digital. Like, stay up and just download it.
Yeah, and I'm happy Nintendo does this whole, which the other systems had. The whole, you buy it, you preload some of the game, and then when it comes time to release it, you can just put just the last couple games, and bam, game's ready to go. So, first, I'll put it this way. If you bought the game, you go buy it on eShop. Even if you buy it in the eShop or buy physical, it's still $60 no matter what. It's just, if you don't want one and you just want two, you can get it at a discount price of $50. So, and vice versa. But it's set up in the system that you can still get it for $60. Get out of the way. First, play Bayonetta. If you never played both games, I say play Bayonetta 1. Bayonetta 1 is a good game, but Bayonetta 2 refines so much that if you go that way and then go backwards, it's gonna feel like, the game's cheating you. Which it's not, but it's just the way they refined it. And you're like, oh man, smooth like butter, and you go back. Now,
certain things are easier.
Yes.
There's things that you wish they were in the first game that they put in the second.
Yeah, but again, of course, that's to what expected. It's the second game of a series is going to be refined better because they know what's going on,
Yep.
So play Bayonetta 1 first if you're going to buy both games. 2. The reason I say play Bayonetta 1, it's a great game, but it has one thing on there that I replayed the game twice now. I'm trying to go for a second win with that game. There are a lot of cheap deaths. I hate the quick times, because if you're not paying attention, really, you die. The problem with dying in this game is it takes a lot of points off of your overall score in the game. Every chapter you beat the game, you're awarded with a trophy and more halos, so you can buy more stuff in the shop. But if you die or use an item, man, it goes down a lot. So that's what Bayonetta 1 did that I didn't like that much, but it's still a great game. Now, Bayonetta 2 took away those quick times, and just that's why we say play 1, because which time between 1 and 2 is different. One is very, you gotta be on the point with your which time. Which time is basically if you dodge at the last second, it goes into a bullet time or slow mode, and you can do like you are going at super speed while you're going at regular speed while the enemy slow down. You can do like a 58 combo on them if you want to.
Yep.
But in 2, it does. You got they gave you like 2 like an extra second instead of the 1 second dead on shot. So that relieves some of the stress.
Yep.
So the combat in this game is awesome. You can do all kind of crazy combos in both games. So from now on, we're gonna just talk about Bayonetta as a game itself. So Bayonetta 2 is just awesome game. The core of the game is the combos. It's off of the world. It's crazy. You can do all kind of combos. The weapons add so much to your combos. I mean, I love the chainsaws in Bayonetta 2. Katie, you like the
scythe and
the scythe
I like
gun?
the guns, the scythe, and the whip.
I love the whip too. I mean, it's crazy how you combine these weapons to make awesome combos. The boss fights are epic in this game. It's like, really? Wow.
And tiring.
Yes.
It's like you're taking a mini job.
But it's awesome. It's crazy, this game. I love the character Bayonetta. She's a no-nonsense person. She is, for the parents out there, she is sexualized a little bit. But I love her that she is, I am woman, hear me roar. Just like she don't care. You gonna like me or don't like me, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I love her character in the game. Of course, most of the characters in the game are pretty good. Enzo is a little annoying, and Luca is
Rodin
low-key,
is awesome.
But Rodin, I like Rodin. Jean.
Rodin's my favorite.
Even one of the bad guys in Bayonetta 2, the Newman Sage, I like that. And
Lumen Sage is awesome.
And the next thing I like about Bayonetta 2,
The story's awesome.
the story is good, but the thing I like about it is cinematics of the fighting scenes are out of this world. Like when you see the Luma Sage and Bayonetta fighting, it's cool, cinegraphics. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And sometimes you see them fighting, and then you see in the background, which is a part of the game itself, and also you gotta avoid this and everything. You see their summons, the godlike lumens and the demons what do you call it, Inferno demons fighting in the background while you fight in the foreground.
Just their contract, the witches' contracts and the stuff,
Yeah, so it's crazy to see.
If you're not watching properly, then you can get killed by whatever the sage summoned. So it's like.
Yeah, so you gotta watch all that stuff. It's awesome in that regard. And it's not every time you play the game. You play the game from the stage to the beginning. In Bayonetta 1, the format's kind of slow. It's pretty good, but the format of slow, looking around, whatever. But in 2, it progresses so nicely. It doesn't feel repetitive that much. It just, you know what I mean. The next thing we talk about is the visuals. Bayonetta 2 looks visually stunning. Love the visuals. Anybody out there who said that we use this and that again, whatever, I don't care. It's the weakest system, we know that. But again, when you optimize, that's the magical word. When you optimize for that system, you look at that system and say, well, it could do this, it could do that. Let's do it. It's awesome. When you fly on and here's a tip to you guys. There's a demo out there. You can play it, see if you like it. If you don't like it, it's cool. But play the demo, have fun. But even on the demo, the first part of the game, you'll fight on top of a fighter jet, and then you'll fly. The background is going at a visual speed. You can see everything. And then sometimes our next character, big boss character, is in the background firing a sword at you, and it's so many stuff that's going on in this game that keeps you on your toes. The Wii U is weak, but wow, when people optimize that game, it looks freaking awesome. You gotta love it. You just gotta love what they did. 60 frames per second. It looks good. There are a lot of, certain, you don't have anti-aliasing, so it does look kind of weird in certain cases. I'm not gonna deny it. The hair is more of a, what do you call it? Cause not like Mario Kart where you see the fur of Donkey Kong. You see more of like a shade, like all together.
Yeah, like shine and.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool system onto that. What is there anything else you like about a game that you want to add to it?
It's like the extra stuff, like the concept art after you eventually beat the game. It just has all the content, and you get to see the character models where you could get a little bit more up close, view of this is this and this and that. And the music, the jukebox there, awesome music as always.
Yep, awesome music. And the next thing is the help that Nintendo helped these guys develop to put into their characters, because there's an Easter egg in there. If you wear the Star Fox costume, let you know that. If you love Star Fox, check it out. I'm not gonna spoil it for you if you see it on the internet. Yeah, whatever. But here's they're putting Peach. I'm not spoiling with you right there. You could get the Peach costume, and when you play with the Peach costume, instead of having Madam Butterfly,
the wicked weaves and all that stuff, the hair stuff.
Yeah, it comes out with
Bowser's feet or hands or whatever. It's like
the
great integration.
The attention to detail. You play Metroid, you do the little ball, and then you hit the shooting from the Super Metroid with the shots firing. And Zelda, when you open up the chest, it's da 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 da, and you pick up rupees. And then of course you got the chain chomps, and the halos look like coins. Oh man, awesome game. And that's the difference where I said Nintendo helped Platinum with some of the development, which is pretty cool. And of course, Bayonetta was designed by a female, not a guy, so it's not a sexual, oh, I wanted her to look. She does sexual moves, but you never see her fully naked. They're not showing the naughty parts. they just put the camera in certain poses. But one thing about
a lot of teasing.
Yes, but one thing about that game I like is Came out day one, no patches, runs buttery smooth, no problem. Again, another quality title. Look at the reviews on this game: 10 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s, high. Once again, Nintendo. When you have put it this way, back in the day, you had a Nintendo seal of approval, and most of the, and I would say about 90% of the seal of approvals from Nintendo back in the NES days were good. 10%, maybe 15 was they let it slide and they thought certain things were straight or whatever. But when you got that seal quality stamp from Nintendo, when they say, you know what, cause they pushed this game back, is it what, a year? Yeah, they pushed it back a year, and you know what? I'm happy they did.
When they push back their games, it's not like, oh, they take. It just means that the game is just gonna be more better and more. It will run more smoothly.
And I wish a lot of other developers did that, as 2014 was the year of the glitches and bugs and broken games. Even now the Tetris. I don't know how you break Tetris, which is a very simple game, but that's sad.
They broke Tetris?
Yeah. You couldn't play Tetris, which is sad. So, and we'll also have we'll have discussions about stuff like that. But Bayonetta, between me and Katie, 2014 game of the year for us, and it's a must-buy for the system. I'm telling you, you guys need to go and pick it up. It really is a good game. If that's not your cup of tea, we understand, you know, because everybody has a preference. But I'm telling you, we love this game. Nintendo do. If we, like I said, we don't do rating systems, but we give what, 2 thumbs up, 4 if you have them, and a wicked weave.
2 toes up.
So this is Liger and Katie for Nintendo Duo. Remember, what's perfect to me is not perfect to you. What's perfect to you is not perfect for me. There's no perfect games out there really, but you know what? Simply just play your game.